This episode addresses self-harm in a therapeutic setting. Listeners, please be mindful as some of the stories might be triggering. And if you yourself or someone you know and love is struggling, please don't hesitate to reach out for help. 988 is the national hotline for suicide and crisis prevention. Welcome to the Awake Overnight. They told me this shift would be quiet. Every night, I checked the perimeter, updated the documents, and offered therapeutic coping skills to restless residents. That was when I realized something in the program did not follow the schedule, and definitely didn't sleep. You just clocked into the Awake Overnight shift. The coping skill we're practicing is mindfulness. Be aware of those around you. So I'm about 4 months into the job and I understand the routine. I'm also trying to make sure that I'm practicing some type of coping skill for whatever child I have to one-on-one with, or if I'm addressing a problem behavior, just making sure that I'm layering in my therapeutic training. So we have new leadership, and we also have some new youth. And there was one in particular who was very small in stature, but big behavioral outbursts. I mean, ready to start fights, ready to break things. And I think he was just really afraid. He stopped taking showers regularly to the point where the people around him could smell an odor and notice him. And amongst his peers, it caused a lot of teasing. He was also afraid of them to the point where he would not use the restroom at the right times. He became incontinent. He just couldn't control his movements, and that made the teasing even worse. I don't think one shift went by where I didn't have to address some type of bullying and remind him of what his self-care is meant to do, and it's also a way to just keep him safe. You know, he does have to clean, he has to bathe. That's a normal part of any routine. Well, the fights got so bad to the point where we were considering having him go to a different facility. Between his reactions and lack of bathing, he just needed more care than we were able to give him. And he even had a one-to-one at one point, but the reality is the lack of bathing, the incontinence, it became a biohazard. So I get my updates, I come in for the overnight, and I know what to expect, and I'm cleaning double time just to manage the smell in the house. And it is intense. I mean, it's a real odor, a combination of body odor and feces, and it's just, everyone is irritable. It's not a good time to be in the program at all. This boy went from ready to interact with his peers to completely silent. He would only speak to his family on the phone and then completely ignore and avoid. And I personally don't blame him for that. I just wish I could have done more in that moment that would have made a difference. So it's a regular shift, it's quiet. I'm pacing the halls, and he starts sleep talking. So I get my flashlight, I look in the room. He's laying in his bed, and the odor is intense. I mean, very pungent. I turn to leave, and I hear a voice responding to him. And it's not one of the kids, it's deeper than that. Darker than that. I take one more look around, close the door, and pace the hallways. I already know what to expect at this point. And I can hear their muffled conversation while he's still asleep. And it's a back and forth, but it's very muffled. I look in the room without the flashlight, and there's the shadow of a face on the wall. Later that day, he did make an attempt on his own life, and he was taken to the hospital to get a higher level of care. The real-life horrors of the day shift were pale in comparison to the demons at night. But I made it a point to be mindful